I don't know about you, but for me, I love reading news. Honestly, I just want to know what is happening in my country and, of course, across the world. So, this morning, I bring to you the Punch newspaper and Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. And our big news today is 20 governors under fire for delaying 70,000 minimum wage. And the rider says local government workers, teachers in Zamfara, Cross River State, Abia State, others yet to get minimum wage. And that story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And honestly, I don't know why the states are yet to implement the minimum wage. It's not like the money is too much, you know. Civil servants are actually going through a lot. It's not easy. So we have another story here, which is police commands brace for fresh nationwide protest. The story is also on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says Supreme Court judgments. Abure fears LP headquarters take over by NLC. And this story is on page 16 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says 2027 coalition pushes for single term candidate. That story is on page 8 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says Tinubu Obasanjo Makinde months as ex-Oyo governor Olunloyo dies at 89. That story is on page 12 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says Nigerians' debt servicing rises to 68% to 13 trillion naira. That story is on page 31 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And again, we have another story here which says 15 injured in Lagos gas explosion. And that story is on page 5 of the Punch newspaper this morning. That's a sad one. I saw the news on someone posted it on Facebook, and honestly, it was very, very brutal. We have another story here which says why Trump tariff is bad for Nigerian exports, says federal government, and that story is on page 31 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And quickly, let's look at Al Jazeera newspaper. I have their paper here with me, and the big news here is Plateau killings, threats to unity, stability, northern governors. And the writer says Tinubu vows to punish attackers. And another writer says Abbas Lalong condemn bloodshed. And another writer says 1,820 displaced Nema. And that story is on page 9 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. And we have another story here. We say NCDC urges vigilance as meningitis cases spike, and that story is on page 17 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. We have a lot of headlines here, and we have another one here which says minister-led delegation to NAB conference in US, and that story is on page 5 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. Again, we have another story here which says Alausa backs 2-year NYSC term for skills training. That story is also on the page 5 of Al Jazeera newspaper. Again, we have another story here which says Southwest governors mourn Olunloyo. That story is on page 9 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. We have another one here which says a women volleyball championship, custom CG gives team target, and that story is on page 12 of Al Jazeera newspaper this morning. Again, we have another one here which says Delta government pledges support
We are
for
so worried about
PIA
what is going on in our dear
implementation.
country,
And the
Nigeria. The Chibok
story
girls
is on page
insecurity,
17
and
of Al
in fact,
Jazeera newspaper this
thank you so much.
morning.